Hey guys, welcome back to MMA Library. Today in MMA and UFC news, Derrick Lewis was set to face off against Sergey Spivak in last night's UFC main event. However, at the last minute, Derrick Lewis was taken to the hospital and the fight was canceled. Here's what happened.
We have some unfortunate news to share with you. Our main event was to be against Derrick Lewis and Sergey Spivak. There is a non-COVID, non-weight cutting illness on the Derrick Lewis side. So our main event today has been canceled. You hate to see it. Any fight on the day of the fight, it always stinks, especially when it's a main event, especially when it's a fan favorite like Derrick Lewis and a big opportunity for Sergey Spivak. Not much to say about it, Paul, but I'll let you have a word.
It's horrible, and you feel for Derrick Lewis, and you feel for Spivak too, because this is his huge moment. This is his coming out party in the heavyweight division to go out there, and this is Derrick Lewis's home here at the Apex, where he's got a lot of his knockouts, some of his best moments in his career, and for everybody watching at home, you know, you tune in to see Derrick Lewis anytime he's in that octagon. So for us, it sucks. It just sucks.
Khamzat Chimaev lets it be known he's ready to fight anyone the UFC throws at him, and this includes light heavyweights Yuri Prochazka and Glover Teixeira. Here's the clip.
For me, actually, doesn't matter. Just give me some fight and let's fight. If there has like Prochazka on Teixeira, takes a fight. Yeah. If somebody gets injured, something happen there, I am ready for them as well. Yeah.
Conor McGregor was spotted partying in Dubai with his old UFC belt. Here's the footage.
One time.
Chael Sonnen had this to say about Khabib's recent matchmaking.
Khabib happens to be watching UFC over the weekend, and Khabib sends out a tweet. And Khabib's tweet, he wants to get Dustin Poirier and Benny DeRouche in there together. That's Khabib's big idea, because Khabib wants to do it in Perth. So you know what Khabib is saying? He's saying find the two best guys, which I believe is either Dustin or Benny, and quite frankly, I don't know who it is, and bring them to Perth in case anything happens to my guy. We'll just take on one of them instead. In Khabib's mind, this was simple. He didn't think this out. He saw a fight and he sent out the first thing on his mind. And the way his mind worked is, we want to beat the best. The mindset that doesn't exist, guys. It doesn't exist. It was instilled in Khabib. Now, Khabib thinks this is normal. He's watching this piece. What's Chael talking about? Of course we want to fight the best guys. That was instilled in him. That was instilled in him by a great man and a great coach. Coach Nurmagomedov's philosophies, for me as a viewer, are amongst the best I've ever witnessed.
Pereira shows off his massive 228-pound physique just a week after fighting Adesanya.
Rapaz, o que tu acha? 95, 96?
Tá no dia da luta, pô, 96 quilos.
Tá mais, mano. Acho que tá mais, velho. Acho que tá mais.
Você tá doido.
Tá doido, meu irmão. Aí sim, hein?
Yoel Romero joins the Schmo to talk about his upcoming Bellator title fight. Here's the clip.
You become the oldest light heavyweight champion in MMA.
Yeah, this is amazing. That is the one thing, but more motivation me right now. You know, I am when I beat this guy, I am the most ¿cómo se dice? The oldest guy fighter in the history, and that's a very good motivation for me too.
And new
guys, hear this. And new light heavyweight Bellator champion to the world. Yoel, the sword of God. Believe me, guys, believe me. And now, Neto is the champ. I coming back from Florida, from Miami. I go very concentration, focus for my next fight, and let's get it on.
Renato believes he is ready to face Conor McGregor after his impressive victory over Brad Riddell.
right now you feel you're coming into your prime. You've got great jiu-jitsu, you've got great stand-up, you're in the right weight class. In your mind now, what is the next fight and what is the path to a title fight down the line? Because I think 2-3 good wins, you're going to be right there.
Yeah, the fight to make is Dan Hooker right now, right? There is no other fight to make because he's like number 11. We fought in the same day. I just beat his training partner and his friend. So he have to accept the fight, you know? So the fight to make is Dan Hooker or I don't know. I think that's the fight that makes more sense. But imagine if they offer me McGregor, I will be really happy too, you know? But it's not going to happen. But imagine that.
Oh, good dude. Well, everybody
awesome.
wants to fight McGregor, especially now that he's lost a couple. But the lightweight division, that is the glamour division of the UFC. A long time ago, it used to be the light heavyweight, with Rampage, Chuck Liddell. But now it's lightweight. There's so many stars and so many big fights for you. So if you were to pick one person, what fight would that be? Other than a title fight, of course. Everyone wants to fight for the belt.
Other than a title fight would be Conor McGregor, of course.
In a recent interview, Alexander Volkanovski spoke about what it would mean to him to hold 2 belts at the same time in the UFC. Here's the clip.
What will it mean to you to be only the 4th person to hold 2 belts? You got one right there in front of you. 2 belts at the same time with the victory at UFC 284.
Oh, I mean the world right now. That's all I want right now. I've a lot of people ask me, what's the motivation for this? Is like, I've accomplished some goals, and this is the next one. And I want a challenge in moving up against someone like Islam or a heavier division, and then to get that extra belt. It's just you talk about legacy and things like that. It's it's going to be massive. You know what I mean? So that's something that I'm really looking forward to doing. And doing it here in Australia. We're touching on the athletes we have on this side of the world is just incredible. We can't even fill up the card with all of them. There's how many of them we got. So it's going to be good. Not only we're going to put on a show, I'm sure all the other Aussies are going to really put on a show and make it a historic event. So I cannot wait.
Joe Rogan praises Israel Adesanya for the way he handled his loss to Pereira. In a recent interview, Rogan said, "I don't think Pereira was going to stop. Izzy was stationary and Pereira was going to hit him with some big shots. We don't need to see Izzy with his eyes rolled back behind his head, flat out unconscious. I could see where he would be upset about it too, and I could see where other fights have gone on longer, and they have. But it's a subjective call, and Mark Goddard is one of the very best in the world. He's top 2 or 3. He might be number 2. I think Herb Dean's number 1, and Big John McCarthy doesn't ref anymore. He was always in the same spot." He was saying bring back Steve Mazzagatti because Steve Mazzagatti was a referee that was famous for letting fights go on way too long. Mazzagatti was kind of famous for that for whatever reason, whether it's justified or not. But it was just hilarious that Izzy was saying bring back Steve Mazzagatti. Then he went on Andrew Schultz's podcast Monday. They were drinking, having fun. He handled it very well. It's the game they play, man. I mean, Izzy knocked a lot of people unconscious. Izzy put it on everybody in the division. Guys, thanks so much for checking out the video. If you like the content we do here on this channel, don't forget to like and subscribe to MMA Library for all the latest MMA and UFC news. We'll see you in the next video.